Okay, let's see here. There's some folks here. Oh, some people showed up. Okay, I guess I won't be completely by myself. What's up, guys? Um, I was about to just do this by myself, which can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Hmm. Does nobody hear me? Hello? Good. No one's here, I guess, which is fine. Nobody can hear me. Hopefully, let me just make sure my settings are right. Um, Name is system. That my mic. Okay. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm recording them, so or class today since no, there's a chat. I hear you, bro. I'm drinking, watching the game. No worries, bro. I'm gonna record it anyway. So, um, okay. I'll start obviously on the dailies on everything here. So target, enter to swing. Uh, on Friday off of this 50% fib hold on the daily looks really nice, like really, really nice, actually. Beautiful hold here, got above, came back down, formed this M. Now it looks like we probably will make our way to 151. I mean, just a great chart. You got the daily MACD about to curl over. Beautiful hammer on the daily as well. Definitely one of my favorite plays into next week. Came down, tested this 20, which is this green line, rocketed over it on Thursday, held it again on Friday, and managed to hold this fib. I'd add some more contracts on a hold again of the 142 level, but in and ready for this. My target being 151 was a really nice entry too over on Friday when we got in. Very bullish technical pattern here. This falling wedge came down, got a little bit lower, but then ended up making a new high up here. Very nice, very nice. Held the 200 on the 3 minute. Again, 20. Everything's looking great on target. So target's definitely one of my favorite watches going into next week for sure. AMD, I've just been in this structure here. Don't totally know how to feel about it right now. Obviously, earnings are here. I mean, we've been playing this since about 140, actually, like literally right here. This big move that happened right in here, and just been playing it up since, and it's looking great. Definitely in this little 174 to 180. I needed above 180 now to really want to look to go long. Over that, I think we see this 193, 88, 194 ish. So price was on Friday just bouncing between these levels here. Could not get over this 180.65, but didn't want to break 174.59 because if we did break that, I definitely thought we were going to gap fill down to about 168, but didn't want anything to do with below this 174 level, which you can see kind of created a little bit of support here off of these engulfing candles. Came down, tested plenty of liquidity here, tested it again, a lot of liquidity there. So hard for me to be very bearish against AMD, even if it came down. I think it would just be looking to fill this gap right here at this 168, 170 level. So earnings this week though, so one that I probably will be super careful with swinging and more so probably day trading each day instead of looking to swing. Post earnings though, once we see what their numbers are like, I'm definitely going to be looking for a swing. So that's AMD. Go over to Starbucks here. His pattern on the daily, I still think looks really, really good. Has been consistently rejecting the 20 day moving average the whole way down. My target's 81. Stop loss would be a close over this 93.26 on the daily chart. It's really that simple. This is a long swing to the short side. And I'm looking for I am looking for downside. So that's Starbucks. So we've gone over so far uh just to like give a little summary, we've gone over Target, we've gone over AMD, and we've gone over now Starbucks. So this is a huge week, by the way. So AMD, SoFi, UPS, Microsoft, Starbucks, MasterCard, Apple, Amazon, Peloton, Shell, I think, Zom, Chevron, they all have earnings this week. So just a massive week and a pretty good, big economic week too. A lot of events happening. So we definitely need to be on our best behavior, if you will, this week. So let's do Peloton. That's another one that's on my watch list right now because it's cheap. And I know some people need some cheaper plays. So this one's just caught in this channel, right? We can't get over the 20-day, which is this green line, which just for friendly reminder, the 20, any moving average is just taking the average of the last 20 candles and displaying that to you on the chart. So 20-day is the average of the last 20 candles. The 200 would be the average of the last 200 candles. So pretty simple, but very powerful stuff. So we can't get over the 20 at all. Notice rejection, 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 rejection. But we are holding this 236 fib of this current sequence from this swing high to this swing low. Couldn't get over the 50% fib as you saw here. And now we're holding the 236. So for me, waiting for two things, either for us to get above this 20 to go to the 382 and probably test the 50 again or $7, or loss of the 236, which I think would bring $4. So definitely looking to play this one this week. I think we'll get some nice moves before earnings, but again, mainly a day trade for me, but should be a nice inexpensive one. Let's just look at Meta's daily here. So Meta, notice we're gonna have to remove all these fibs, right? So we've broken all these sequences. We can leave the white one just because it'll have some extensions, but that purple one is shot. The next extension on Meta is 443, but this thing has just been an absolute animal. What I'd like Meta to do is come down, test 385, but you could argue that it already did that once here and then move. So my midterm target on Facebook Meta would be 443 right now. Absolute beast, has broken its all-time high and is well on its way. By the way, I didn't say that about AMD. AMD too broke its all-time high last week, got above 164 and is now in the high 170s, 180s. So this is at an all-time high. This sequence here is from COVID. Again, we are past that, and now we are looking to, and again, this I shouldn't say COVID. This would be the COVID sequence. This is the bear market of last 2 years ago now. That wasn't very long, but provided a great swing high to swing low here. So 193 again is an extension on this fib sequence. That's where I get that AMD target. We went over Starbucks already. Let's take a look at Microsoft. They have earnings this week. This is another one. See, look, this is why I always say sometimes these patterns don't play out. Look at this. This is perfect. This W played out to a T. Thought we might get an M. Boom. No, it kept on moving. Kept on moving in a big way, I might add. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Created a very just jank W, actually, and just doesn't seem like it wants to stop. So this is another one. We can go ahead and remove this sequence. It's done. And this too, I mean, this has been past its all-time high for a couple weeks now. But again, this as well is well past its all-time high, which is quite impressive. All of these stocks just absolutely ripping. Microsoft at 403. So if we want to get some new targets, again, we could go back and do this sequence here, from here to here, and get some extensions. So you see 434 looking possible. A retrace to 387 would look possible as well. But I'd be looking for that 434 on Microsoft. But I'm not playing Microsoft for that up here. I don't trade Microsoft a lot. The personality of the stock, I don't know it all that well. I've only played it a couple times. So let's look at Celsius really quick. Oops. This is one it had really nice pattern breakout here. Boom, we got to the 3.8, which is where, again, you take most of your profits anyway. Oops, you take a lot of profits anyways at the 3.8 or the 6.18, but it just couldn't get past that, right? It just couldn't get past that 59. And then absolutely dumped here on a very, very interesting report, gap down in the day, or the day it came out. Just a guy, it was weird. Can't remember what the bank was, but an analyst put out they didn't move their price target, which is fishy as hell. They kept it at 65, but said they moved it from buy to neutral, which felt like they just wanted in cheaper, but you never know. Now it refuses to lose the 707 fib. But as I keep saying to folks that keep asking, I'm not going to long until it's over $54 from an options perspective. I'm in shares and I'm long and strong from a shares perspective. I'm a big believer in the company long term. But from an options perspective, till we get over this 618, I'm not interested in longing. So that is Celsius. I definitely think we should be able to move past 54 here soon. And then I'd look for at least a move up into this gap, this 56, 58 area. Would love a move past 59, but we'll see if we can get it. Okay. That's pretty much all that I'm personally looking at, I think. Let me look at my list here again. AMD went over, Target went over, Celsius went over. Peloton, yep. Okay. Okay, so now there's been some requests. Snow. Okay, let me look at snow. Okay. Snow, this W played out. Wow, to a T. Haven't looked at this chart since then. So this W played out. We'll go ahead and remove that. But it definitely worked out well. Now it looks like it M'd. You know, you can see this nice harmonic M here, and now it looks like it did another W. Rejected this extension twice, this 209 area. I personally would like a pullback into the gap, test the top of the fib sequence here, right? This one fib. But let us go draw a deeper fib set here. Let me change this color to red because I always like my secondary fibs to be red. I'm going to make our main fib here from here. This is the low here, right? Yeah, it never got lower than that. Interesting. Very interesting. So from there to there, let me change those to white. Let me turn on my magnet actually, so I make sure, oops, oh gosh. So that it actually magnets. I like to use the magnets with the fibs so that you can get kind of an exact, I'm a stickler, as you all know, wick to wick. So here's the absolute bottom there. Make sure we're at the top there. Okay, so now we have these fib sequences. Let's see what's been drawn here. So yeah, this 180, it took a while to break, but got past. And it's been testing that. Look at how these fibs work, man. Been testing this 180 pretty well here. Yeah, I'd like a move back to the 20 and the 193 here, the one sequence here. And then if we can hold that, a move through with an ultimate target of 223, which is a 38% fib of this sequence from this swing high to this swing low. So that is Snow. Shout out to C Dan. She's the one who wanted this. These next four are all for her, actually. GOOG next. GOOG, boom. Look at how it played these levels, y'all. Look at how well fibs work. Boom. Move back to the 3.8. Move back to the 50. Up to the 1. Move back to the 7.86. Burst through. And then look at where we caught ourselves. The 168 extension here on this sequence. Very interesting indeed. Which is also, Google also kind of was able to make a high yesterday. Cool. Well, we're last week, sorry, we're gonna go from this swing high to here to get our main sequence. We got past that 152. So I'd either be looking, CDAN, and anyone else that wants to know about Google. Again, I think this needs some downside. This is actually one I'm watching for it to eventually pull back, but just some weak, interesting candles. But a move back to 152, if it holds that, I think you can go to 170. I really do. But below that, I think you'll see this thing start to fall apart if it loses this here. And I'd like a move back to 144. So, but shit, if it can go back, retest, get some liquidity at 152, then you can definitely see 170. ZOM. Look at oils wants it. Can we finally break this, man? And you'll see me talking about it on XLE here in a minute, but because XLE's done something very similar. We're just going to go from this swing high to this swing low here in this fib sequence. Bum, bum, bum. Below our 200, finally above our 20 and acting as support for now, which is 99. Got above the 236 here at 101. 105 would be my target. I bet the 200-day by that time is right around there or close. Over that, then I guarantee you at least get a minimum 200 test. If you go by that, I mean if you move to 105 really quick, obviously the 200 won't have caught up. So I bet you would get over that 105 and at least test the 200. But over that, again, to me, it's like can these energy companies finally break their all-time high? Let's shift to XLE and you'll see what I'm saying. This has tested this, which this should be on watch because I've played this time and time again. This same sequence, this same pattern. It's a back end pattern. This is so tight right now. It wants out. And this thing's just beautiful. W, M, W, M into what looks like another really not jank, but from a structural standpoint, this is what I think will happen on XLE. This is cleaner than Zomster from a harmonic perspective. I like it a lot better. But I guess I bet this happens right now. I would bet money this happens. I actually like this a lot. This chart a lot on XLE. These harmonics on XLE always play out. Here's a beautiful M. Here's a beautiful and nothing's always, so I shouldn't say that, but they play out very well. Is what I'll say. But yeah, we're back into pattern here. Needs above 80. Let's just call it 85, which is the 200-day moving average. And then I like to move to the 618. But I bet this sees 90s again. That would be my target on this. That would be my target on this. No, I don't do SPX. I can do SPY. I already did target. We can look at the SPY chart though. So SPY, I've been saying for a while, 480. We got it last week. 490s next, and again, I've had this on my SPY chart for months, so I'll just let this pattern play out for itself. I still think we have a fair bit amount of upside before we get some downside, and this feels like a stretch to ever get to below 300 and all that kind of stuff. Feels kind of crazy, but you never know. Again, it would be quite the retracement. So I highly doubt this happens, but I do like assuming. And that's a big assuming the upside continues this week, because I think SPY itself could chop, with all the mixed earnings. I think it's one of the reasons right now. I think I've been playing individuals. One, I mainly do, and when I trade ETFs, it's mainly IWM because it moves so much smoother. But I think with the amount of earnings this week, unless they're all blowouts, SPY will be kind of choppy. But there'll be plenty of individuals that have a lot of momentum. And should provide good movement. So like the way SPY's looking, still like a move into the 500s, but we'll see. We'll see. Ryan is the only person here. You get to request anything if you want, man. So chat in if you have anything you want me to look at. Otherwise, I will probably call. Oh, no, and go ahead and request if you want. But here's one I do really like. Obvious flag here. I've been saying I want to get back in. We've played Disney a lot in the group. Just looks great, right? Beautiful flag here that it broke out of. And this is why I don't like the magnet mode sometimes on certain, but beautiful flag that it broke out of here. Clear breaker structure, held these fibs. Looks like it wants 96, but I think it wants top of the channel here. And by channel, I mean this right here. And that is 100. So Disney also looks good. What else? Tesla, I've been saying it for a while, and it finally happened. 178. We got that, right? We got about as close to my target as we could. 180, 177.98, which is 178. Has been my target for months. I won't victory lap, but many people told me I was crazy for a while. Looks good, right? This, I thought it would play out on this M here down to 178, but it popped back up and kind of made a jankier one and eventually moved its way down. So Tesla target hit. I'm actually going to start buying shares and then move my way back up. Twillo is one I like too, but it is hanging on. We're not in a swing. I wanted to establish a swing, but it just never got buying power. Looks really nice. Continues to hold this fib over and over and over again, but is rejecting the 20 on the daily over and over and over again. So in my opinion, this is one of those where it's like, I always tell people, look for reasons not to take a trade instead of reasons to take a trade. Okay, yep. You want Tesla, IWM, and Walmart. I just did Tesla. I'll do the other two. You always want to look for reasons not to take a trade, not the other way around. And for me, there's just too many reasons not to take this trade. Consistently rejecting the 20, red day after red day after red day. Every time it gets buying momentum, it rejects down. So it's hideous. Again, MACD maybe wants to curl, but with no momentum. You really want like these deep curls, right? Like right here before this shit itself, notice that a deep curl and went to the downside. So this wouldn't be a very deep bullish curl. So I don't know. I'm watching it, but I'm not crazy about it. So IWM symbol, look at this. It's been largely in this since January of 2022. So for over 2 years, just been bouncing back and forth. And look at where we keep rejecting. The trend channel, upper channel of death up here, man. Boom, 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 boom. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It is holding the 20 on the daily. It does look like it wants to bullish MACD curl. but this is like the ugliest bull flag ever, right? It's all red. I mean, it's definitely a bull flag, but it's all red days. So for me, over 198, I'm looking to get long with a target of 208. So see if it happens. But ugliest bull flag ever, but it's still one regardless. But God, it's hideous. Okay, Walmart. Walmart's fucking beautiful. I talked about this weeks ago. You have this nice fib sequence here from this swing high to this, or this swing low to this swing high, came down to a penny and held the 38% fib. Bullish momentum still intact. So when I told Jed, he'll know it when he rewatches because he was the one who asked about it weeks ago. I said, yeah, I would long the hell out of this. Boom. I think 170 is on deck for Walmart. Looking nice. Again, your 38% fib, your 618 fib. If you're just learning fibs, master those two, and everything else will kind of fall into place. 2AT, hold the 38, moving back up. 236 would be your next target. 114 your next. 0 fib your next. We're over the 114, assuming 163. Call it 164 because it's 163.79, round up. Assuming 164 holds, you're well on your way to 170. So yeah, I like Walmart a lot, man. What else, dude? Any other charts you want me to look at? Just from a fun perspective, I mean, Netflix went bananas, right? Gapped up here. I think this is well on its way to 605, which would be the 236. But again, Netflix is still removed from its all-time high, which was 702, just so we're clear. Now has a giant gap to fill to the downside, which is hilarious. It basically put a downside gap in where it had this upside gap that it finally filled all this, through all this here. This gap is now full, but it created another one basically in the same space. Just funny. Price is like water, it has memory. So just very interesting. So yeah, Netflix is interesting. I'd like 605, see if it goes down. O's and SPY. Yep. Okay, we went over SPY. We can look at Nike really quick. Nike's one that looked beautiful from a harmonic perspective. Again, I don't trade Nike, but from a pure harmonic perspective, this looked perfect. You have this M. Then you got nice movement, I might add, for a while, but it rejected over this 38% fib, couldn't keep it going. Had bad earnings, honestly, dumped. And but if you're a bull now, you have to hope it's forming a little mini M inside of this, and it's going to make its way back here before it continues its movement up here. But Nike, for me, I said it on Friday, until it's over 105, I wouldn't be looking to get long personally. So, because right now all it's doing is riding the 20-day moving average down. Till it's over that, I don't believe there's much bullish momentum personally. Look at coin really quick. So coin obviously had this massive move up. Of course, it cooled off. And this feels big, but for coin, this type of cool off is nothing, right? Holding above the 236 here of this sequence. If it can start to gain some bullish momentum, which you can see here, it's wicking right where it did before. So I'd use this as a stop loss, right? This 119 area to go long with a target of at least 142, the 20-day moving average over that. That's 382, 160 would be my target. I actually do like coin. That'll be on my watch list this week. Hood is another one, inexpensive, but we just cannot get over this fucking hurdle. We continue to hold the 50% fib, which is great, but now we can't get over 1090. And I mean, rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection. So needs over 1090. Now I won't be looking to get relon until over 1090, but you are about to have a nice MACD curl. I really do think this can pick up. So this too is on my watch list, but we shall see. Okay. I think that's it. I'm gonna stop. I don't remember how to do that again. Oh, there we go. Okay. Stop recording.